Hi guys, so today I'm going to talk about my exchange year in America. Well, first of all, I want to say, people that watch my videos more often, normally I do my videos in Dutch. I felt that this video should be in English because I think it can help more people than only people. Also, this video is probably more informative and less funny, kind of. But I still really wanted to make this video for this week. But don't worry, next week there's probably going to be another video in Dutch again, so don't worry. Also, I'm wearing this beautiful yellow shirt. That's where I want to start it off with. SCS is the organization that I went with that basically arranged everything for me. First of all, I want to give a little bit more information about my year. So I went last year from 2012 to halfway to 2013. I went for 10 months. I left here in Holland on the, I left here on the 16th of August of 2012, and I got back on the 23rd of June of 2013. So I've been home for about 6 to 7 months now. I said my organization was SCS Travel. They arranged my flights, they arranged my host family, they basically also arranged the other organization that works in Chicago, so that I have people to reach out to when something goes wrong. I'm going to talk about why I went kind of later on in the video. So when I got placed, it was about 2 months in advance before I left. Please sign up, you already do your payments, and then they pick a host family for you. You basically fill in all these forms, and then your host family has to fill in a form too, and they kind of see which one matches together and which one they think would be suitable for each other. So 2 months in advance, I got an email with all the information about my host family, which is really nerve-wracking, and also my school and the city I was going to live in. The city that I lived in for 10 months is Chicago. It's in Illinois. It's in like the Midwest area. I was very lucky because this is the 3rd biggest city of America, and a lot of exchange students live in very small villages or in the suburbs, but I was right in the city, which was awesome. I love Chicago. It's amazing. Like, I love it so much. So much. I know that I'm really lucky and most exchange students didn't get to go live in cities, but I really feel like this was fate. I mean, it is what you make of your year. Seriously, I was lucky that I got to live in a big city, so I got to maybe experience a little bit more or go shopping more often. But it's really just the whole experience that you create that makes it awesome. My host family, I was also very fortunate with. At the time that I got there, my little host brother was 8, my host sister was 11, and I had a host dad and a host mom. My host mom was also Dutch, like me, because I'm from Holland. I was very lucky because I got to speak Dutch with her. Honestly, I couldn't have wished for a better host family. I never wanted to leave, or I never needed to leave. So I was very fortunate with them, and they are amazing people, and I cannot thank them enough. I just want to start at the beginning of my journey. So first, when I went, I said goodbye to my family and my friends on Schiphol Airport, which is in Amsterdam. Really sad, but I was already kind of living up to it, and I was just kind of cold turkey. Like, I said bye to them, and then I just went, and then I was like, holy shit, what am I gonna do now? I went on an introduction camp to New York for a week with 5 other Dutch people, and we were flying the same flight, so that was really helpful because I wasn't alone, so I didn't have to go over it and over it again. We went through a little border where you had to say goodbye to your family, and instantly everyone was just like, okay, this is sad, but we gotta move on, and we gotta, you know, we're going to fucking New York. We basically just became friends instantly, which a flight from Amsterdam to London, Heathrow, and then we met up with Danish people, Finnish people, Norwegian people, Italians, Germans, everything and everyone. And it was really awesome because we were with a really big group, and we got to know different cultures and different nationalities. And we took the flight to New York, which is such a long flight in my eyes. Then we got to New York and stayed there for a week. We stayed in this college called New Rochelle. To do all kinds of fun activities to get to know each other and games, and we went to New York City twice, and one time that was like, I can't even believe it actually happened. So we did a boat tour around the skyline of New York. The boat slowly got darker and all the lights were on, and we got off the boat, and then it was like, oh, we have a surprise for you. There's a limousine waiting to drive you to Times Square. So basically we drove to Times Square in a limousine. Like, oh my god, when I think about it, it's just amazing that I did that. So I had a really awesome week there, and I met a lot of friends, and it was really fun. The invitation, if so many different people and you're all in the same situation. A city like New York is just an experience on your own. And so we stayed there for a week. Then I took a plane to Chicago with a Norwegian girl that was placed in Michigan. So she had to take another flight. Basically we said goodbye to each other and it was really sad and saying goodbye is the hardest part of it all, I swear, Jesus Christ. But then reality really sunk in and I was all by myself at this giant airport with my suitcase and my phone broke in New York so I couldn't call my host parents. And I was terrified. Like I literally stood there and wanted to cry so bad. I actually ran in the bathroom and cried and I was like, oh my gosh, you gotta keep yourself strong. You're thinking, what have I done? I was so nervous. So I got my suitcase. My host family was a little bit late and I was just like, oh my gosh, please don't let me stand here. Like I was so scared. Then I saw them and it was kind of natural actually. It was still really surreal to me because the only thing I wanted to do was cry and cry and cry and I just wanted to go back home. I wanted to take the next flight home. I remember sitting in the car and looking outside and being like, oh my god, I'm in America. Got to the house, like I said, I felt really sad and I really felt like I made a wrong decision and I went upstairs and I opened my suitcase and I started crying. After a week or two, it wasn't weird anymore and, you know, I was cuddling with my host sister and brother and my host mom and dad. It was just normal. It wasn't weird anymore. It happened really gradually, which was really nice. But the first 3 months, I really had a case of homesickness that really hurts. I used to think, because I don't really have much with the city that I live in now, so it's like, oh, I don't care, but being away from your family and your friends and everything that you know is so hard. Can you stop? Phone, stop. I'm gonna put it on silence, because this thing won't stop. But being away from your family and friends for such a long time and realizing that was the hardest part, especially with Christmas. But eventually, in 4 months' time, you get over it kind of quick and you get a lot of distraction because you're constantly doing new things, constantly meeting new people. You're always busy, so you kind of get over that. And then school. I went to Lincoln Park High School, which is a completely different school than I was used to here in Holland. It was something. It was definitely something. I'm gonna put on something else. What was I talking about? I'm having put on my warm hoodie, which is also my senior hoodie, which is kind of irrelevant to the subject. Like I said, people are not going to go up to you. You really have to try and get way past your comfort zone and make new friends and be, you know, talkative to them. My tip is really be yourself, be your best version of yourself and talk to people, try new things, like things you have never done before in your home country because of what you thought people would think of you or because you were afraid what people were gonna think of you. You just have to do it. Like, it's your life, and exchange year is definitely the year to try all these kinds of things. For months, I really had some trouble because I didn't feel like I would be able to fit in there, and I was way different than everybody else there. I come from different countries, so it's other beliefs and other things. It's really hard for me to kind of fit in my own head to feel like good enough. Like 2 friends the first week, which one of them is still my best friend, which is Yosra. If you're watching this, I love you. She was a Moroccan exchange student, and Lucia, and she was a girl that went to school there. You just really have to put yourself out there. You really have to ask people constantly if they want to hang out, if there's something they're doing later on. Like, be annoying about it. Like, stalk them, kind of. How about my head? By the end of the year, I don't want to like brag or anything, but I had a lot of friends, and the best thing, they liked me because I was completely myself. I wasn't somebody else, or I was trying to be somebody else, and they didn't find me strange or weird or that crazy Dutch girl. I was just being myself, and that made me feel really good and feel very accepted. So yeah, that was awesome, and I made amazing friends who I still keep in touch with today. Some of them more often than others, but I'm definitely never gonna forget them because they did so much for me. They gave me amazing memories to look back on, and I can't wait to see them again somewhere in the future. Because of my host family, I got to travel to Texas and Indiana for a football game, like an American football game, and it was so awesome. I also went to Texas for Christmas because my hostess family lives there, and that was also like a completely different country kind of, and it was a lot of fun. I got to do so many things and so many experiences, like it's just crazy. If I think about it, if I look back on it now, it's just crazy what I've done. You know, I went to a football game, a hockey game, a baseball game. I went to church, which I would normally never do here. I went to homecoming, I got asked to prom, I went to prom, and overall the year was awesome. But there's also, because it sounds really awesome, but you really have to think about it, because not everything is going to go your way, and there's going to be times where you feel really alone and feel really homesick. If you look back on all of that, like midway through the year, then it's definitely worth it, because it's just an amazing experience. You get to learn so much about yourself. Basically, you have your whole family, you have your friends, but you're still all alone in a different country. You get to learn so many valuable lessons. I sound like I'm like an old woman who has lived like 1,200 years. Everybody's year is of course different. Some people have a really great year like me, or some people have a really shitty year and want to go back as soon as possible. But honestly, when you're having a hard time, or if you're really homesick, then you just have to basically fight through it. Distractions, and when you think you're not gonna fit in or you're not gonna make any friends, just keep on trying. Just be nice to people, and it will happen eventually, and you're gonna have some awesome memories to look back on. For me, probably the hardest part was saying goodbye. It was probably harder to say goodbye to the people in America than it was to say goodbye to my family and friends here. I knew when I was going to see them again. Some people I just have, like, it's not going to be the end, like we're going to see each other again. So we're all really thankful I got to meet these people, and also the people that I don't really have fond memories of. I learned a lot of lessons, so thank you guys. Was it for this video. I hope I kind of helped you guys, for people right now in America or people going next year. You just gotta make the best of it, and you gotta fight through hard times. Especially don't let anybody hold you back. If, like for me, the reason why I went is because it was really my dream, and it wasn't going really well on school at that time, and a lot of people, I couldn't pass my exams, and they said I couldn't do it, and even more motivated. I worked really hard, I studied really hard, and then I got to go, which is amazing. Honestly, if it's your dream, work very hard for it. For me, it was my dream, and I had the best year of my life. What it is in life, people are gonna always tell you that you can't do this, or that you're not good enough, or that you da-da-da, but use those things that people are saying to you to motivate you, because at the end, if you believe in yourself and you accomplish something, it's gonna outdo everything that those people said that you weren't or that you couldn't do. All those people that told you you can't, or all those people that are shitty to you, that have been shitty to you, are gonna be there. They're gonna be still stuck in their life, and you're gonna be here living your dream. So that's my speech, I guess. So I'm sorry, that was like a long rambling words. Anyway, that was it for the video. Next week there's probably gonna be a video in Dutch again, so don't worry about that. If you like this video, you can subscribe and like it or comment on it, and then I'll see you guys next time. Bye! What I forgot to say is that if you guys have any questions about an exchange year, you can put a comment down here below, and then I'll try to answer them. God, America.